Ordered. Commissioner, please rise. Pledge here.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And we pray, O Lord God, we come before you in prayer, acknowledging the blessings of government and administration. You are a God of order and have blessed us with the establishment of governing officials to provide civil harmony and concord. Be with us in this meeting. Give us strength and wisdom to pursue goals which please you, and grant us the courage to support those things which are right and according to your ordinances. For we ask it in Christ's name. Amen.
Roll call.
Cliff Tellini,
Here.
Robert Presque, Robin Hughes,
Here.
Joe Libby,
Here.
Robert Crook.
Here. Present. Approval of the agenda, additions and deletions. Obviously, number 5 will be off.
Yep.
And 6 did not show. We can table that.
Okay.
And then 7, we had a request to add grievances to it, number 7.
What will 7 be, Mr. Chairman?
Grievances,
Grievances?
they're supposed to be here. Does anybody have anything else?
Nope.
Their motion to approve the amended agenda.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the amended agenda. Second.
Yes, or all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Conflict disclosure. Does anybody have a conflict?
No.
I don't know if we had one. Great. Minutes of the August 13th meeting.
I didn't see any problem.
Didn't see no typos either.
I'll make a motion. We approve the minutes of the Thursday, August 13th meeting held at 7 PM as presented.
Or
Motion support. Approve the minutes, any discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. That brings us to Valerie. Treasurer's report.
This is our report for July 2026, and keep in mind, this is the beginning of the fiscal year. It always looks pretty harsh because there's not a lot of cash flow in July. So, taxes collected and spread in July was 0, year-to-date is 0. The NR collected taxes spread in July is 0, year-to-date 0. Total of general fund revenue for July, $47,015.80 for a year-to-date total of $47,015.80. Total general fund expenditures for July, $1,157,653.26 with the year-to-date of the same. The change in fund equity is a negative $1,110,637.46. The balance in the Huron State checking is at $513,745.32. This is, like, again, I said, normal for the revenues for this time of year. The expenses were normal, including the wages, insurance, pension, routine monthly expenses. We all know that there was a very large insurance payment made. There were 3 payrolls in July, so it did elevate the expenses somewhat. And also we're accruing back both revenue and expenses attributable to June of 2026. And this will continue through the end of August. As far as the treasurer's office, summer's gone by in a flash, and we kept busy posting the year-end approvals, entries, and getting things ready for the annual audit, as well as beginning a new tax collection season with our local unit. The July board review adjustments were completed by refunding taxpayers or issuing additional billings based on the charges or the changes in the various townships for prior years. Delinquent tax collections are going well. We received just under $200,000 in delinquent payments in July on over 300 parcels. It's much above last year's collections of over 132,000 and over the July collection of 2024, which was just a bit over 146,000. We have 394 parcels going into forfeiture, that went into forfeiture this past March, and 365 are still owned. So we have a way to go, but we are
65 or 3.
265. We still have 265 that are still owing, that are in forfeiture. Our county land auction was held on Friday, August 21st. The preliminary sales stats are that 27 of the 38 lots sold with a revenue of $36,950.01. That included summer 2026 property taxes of $394.77. We had only one claim filed for excess proceeds by the deadline of July 1st, 2026. And 8 of the 9 remaining lots are the Presque Harbor Association lots, and one is a Rogers Township 30 by 80 parcel.
Does that finish our responsibility to excess payment?
No.
I think that's one more year, isn't it?
No, I mean, we still have to, the class action lawsuit is not settled yet,
Right.
and we still have claims for the years 2013 through 20. This just goes year to year. We only had one claim for this past year.
I know, thank you.
So we'll be, we're not incurring.
Right.
On that subject,
Mhm.
how many total did you have for the association? Was it 40?
Well, we had 38 total.
To
So I think-
38? Okay.
No, not 38 for the association, 38 total that went to
Oh,
auction.
how many did the,
How many are left?
no, how many did you,
8 to 9, it says, doesn't it?
well, it's what's left, but how many sold? Do you know, in the auction?
Maybe
Last year-
20s.
20s?
Something.
Okay. I thought it was more than that. So that's, yeah,
No.
so there was 48 last year, so that's better.
But I think that some of those assessments scared off some people because we still have 8 left.
Right, yeah,
You know?
yeah.
So,
Like he saw looms. Yeah.
yeah, well.
Didn't scare them all off.
Didn't scare people off, but it scared- And then also I did attend the Michigan Association of County Treasurer Summer Conference, August 9th through the 12th at Bay City. Conference was well attended. I came back with some valuable information and hope that, we can put it into play to benefit the county and our taxpayers.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
Has payroll been taken out of the ARPA now?
No, I mean, who,
We took action on it last meeting.
okay, well. That. How was that going to be done? You said you spoke to an auditor.
Our auditor, yeah,
Okay.
she said you could pay the payroll out of the ARPA funds, and that would, and backload
Well,
that.
there was no clear direction, I mean, given. I don't,
Are you gonna contact the?
Mhm.
Are you going to contact Sylvie?
well, Fabian is coming Monday. I figured this was
We
something,
kind of wanted to get that going, because we only got 6 months left, and
well.
that's a way to
okay,
preserve it.
It's not a normal. Process. That isn't a normal process, so I really don't know. I mean, did you have actual,
She told me to have Val call. I'll explain everything to her.
oh, okay. Okay,
And also have, what about the purchases for the sheriff's department? Have we been,
I don't,
or has that been, that's budgeted?
I don't approve bills, I don't pay bills. I don't know anything about his purchases. I mean, I don't know.
You're gonna have to call it out. The clerk's office called the auditor too.
I don't know, I guess I don't understand what the question is.
The question is we're gonna pay for this emergency equipment for the sheriff's department out of the ARPA funds.
Okay, the payments are generated from the clerk's
Instead of-
office. It's not a function of my department. I don't know.
Right, they just
I
got a
guess I
photo.
don't know why I'm being questioned on something that's not.
Why would she tell me to call you? We'll have to have the clerks. It has to start though. We'll have the clerk look into that and I'll call the auditor and have her get a hold of you, explain everything we need to do.
Better like some clear direction if I'm supposed to do something, but,
All right,
okay. Thank you.
any other questions for the treasurer?
Make a motion, we approve and file the July treasurer's report.
Support. Roll call vote, please.
Bob Britsky.
Yes.
Joe Libby.
Yes.
Robert Crook.
Yes.
Cliff Tolini.
Yes,
Robin Hughes.
Yeah.
motion carried. Thank you, Val.
Thanks.
Citizens appearing before the board. It's time citizens can approach the board. They have anything to discuss? You?
Of course.
Doesn't speak well. The people are traveling. Hello, my name is Rachel, it's still Rachel Britsky, and I still reside at 126 South First Street. Yeah, because if I didn't move, I'd have to come tell on you. And my still own the property, that my parents have on, up in the township. Good morning, everyone. I actually have two items. One is sort of a technical question, so I assume I'll be referred to someone. And that is, I tried to watch the Zoom from the last meeting. Because my understanding of the structure of that meeting is that you were going to go into executive session, but there were still agenda items, so even that the Zoom was beyond for the rest of the agenda, and when I pulled it up, I got it, I couldn't make it run, so is it something, do I need to subscribe in order to watch them? Anyone,
I don't think so.
anyone tried to watch it before?
I never.
It's on YouTube.
No, I pulled it up on YouTube, I saved it on YouTube, I hit YouTube, I could see the thing, but it didn't,
No
it didn't
audio.
move, it showed like this, the one picture of some person, frankly, I couldn't identify, I mean, it wasn't a person who'd been in the room, some woman, and then it didn't, so should I contact your office, I mean, who's sort of the contact to how that's supposed to?
You can talk to me after the meeting upstairs.
Unfortunately, today I.
Anytime,
So I
yeah.
have the other meeting. The second one is something, and I'm not sure that it's a matter for the county, for the city, for something even higher, because that is business US 23. But it's something that's always kind of occurred to me, that, and I've actually thought about doing it as sort of a prank at night, which is to paint a yellow stripe on the curb in front of the war monument. I don't like seeing more signs, but I really think there should be a no parking zone. So nobody obscures with cars the monuments that have been put up to the.
And a city question.
Yeah, city jurisdiction.
That's city jurisdiction.
Even though it's US 23.
Mhm.
Okay, well, would
Parking wise.
if I went to the city and
She's
asked them
talking
about
right
that,
here or out
would
there?
anyone here actually have a problem? I mean, it's the loss of several downtown parking spaces. And I'm not looking to be able to give more parking tickets or anything. I just think you ought to be able to be, see it, because I think the people who created the county and think did a really wonderful job with laying out that we have a government center that's put there where people can see it, and it just, and that's just really the parking. It's not like what can happen on the sidewalk, but I just think it'd be nice if it weren't.
Guess I never
here.
thought of that.
Mhm.
Guess I never
Thank you,
thought of
because
that.
I
Thanks.
actually would ask you about it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Hearing none, I guess we'll move on then, unfinished business. Is there any unfinished business? Doesn't look like so on the agenda. New business, heating in the courthouse. What do we got here?
We've got, let me.
Mike here?
I didn't see his truck here either.
He spoke a little bit to me about this.
Yeah, there's some
fire hazard or something.
Well, there was, no fire protection installed in it, and, most units will have, well,
Tip over.
there's the guy we need to talk to. We have to have, some fire detection equipment installed in probably the return air. Yeah. And, but then is that tied to a
Fire
system? Does it have to, we have to have a service like to call us if there's an alarm trip?
It should be tied to the in-house alarm system.
Do we have an in-house alarm
You're
system?
talking about the
So that way,
HVAC
if
system.
the fire alarm goes off, it triggers the fire protection system and the HVAC to shut down,
Right,
basically.
that I know. And then probably fire dampers.
Yeah.
With fusible links.
Yeah.
Inside, that's.
So we didn't get
the-
signed off on inspection.
No, we did not, and we.
I think
failed
there's fire
inspection.
dampers in there.
There probably are fusible link fire dampers. They just melt at a certain temperature and they're spring loaded and they'll drop, but the electrical detection is not there. Apparently, we never had it in the past, but
Never had it.
That might have been before.
Mike got a hold of more mechanical.
Yeah. And so I don't know where he's at with them.
Well, I can tell you right now, I talked to him yesterday. He talked with, who was the guy, the superintendent that was
Well,
running the
the
job?
Ted was running the jobs,
Yeah,
but
he's gone.
He's gone.
He's gonna be gone within 5 days.
Yeah,
For this very reason,
he's,
job's not being finished.
he's not doing well.
And Mike was supposed to be contacting his boss about him to get this.
Wes.
straightened out. They're gonna have to come
Wes
back,
is awesome.
cause we're holding
Deal with
off on the
The final
last
payment,
25,000.
25, I believe.
Yeah.
Until it's done and it has to pass inspections.
Yeah.
We recommended a building and grounds. We do not pay that
No,
until it
not
is
until
complete
the-
and signed off and
Absolutely not.
Till the-
it is
Till the punch list is complete.
correct.
So I don't know where Mike is with that. He's not here today. I thought he was gonna show up.
He's off.
Those vehicles not here. So that's where we're at with that. They haven't completed it, so. Haven't heard of any communication with more since. Well, when was our meeting? Tuesday? As of then, he hadn't had any communication with them.
Yeah, he was gonna try him after the meeting.
Mike had got this information from the lady at more, the secretary.
A receptionist.
So she's supposed to get a hold of the next person up and get this moving forward because it has to be functional here. But,
I'm sure they'll want their final payment.
right.
It's been-
Anything else on that? That's the status where we're at with that.
Yep.
HVAC controls for the jail.
This is something we budgeted for and, Mike has a quote in hand. And it is within the budget. Did he give you copies of that?
A long time ago, I believe.
Yeah, he was gonna get that updated, but we would like approval as long as it, comes in at the budgeted amount,
What was
for
the
him to
budget?
proceed.
Well,
That's
Do you remember, Joe? Pardon?
25.
50 grand. Right around 50.
That will eliminate the old pneumatic controls that are somewhat obsolete at this time.
Can't get replacements for.
Yeah, and nobody knows how to work on pneumatics anymore.
We
That's,
don't have the amount to approve.
No, he never gave us, he was gonna get the updated quote.
I think we need the quote to approve it. Unless you just say up to a certain
That's
amount.
having a good day for him to be here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably gonna, is that gonna table in that going to,
yeah, we're gonna table 2 and 3 as a result.
we have to table that to get the data in front of us. We can't
Right.
make decisions without the
Right?
correct 3, 2. No, I got the data on 3. Well,
Wait,
I know
wait,
that's
wait,
right.
wait, I got something here. Hold the phone. I got the contract.
For the
I
HVAC.
stashed it in the back of my folder here. It's $39,770. Does that sound right, Joe? Yes.
That's by cry from 50.
Yep, we had
That's the-
budgeted 50.
There you go.
You have it.
Yay.
See if you got the,
39,770. There it is.
the problem is this was dated March 6th. And he was gonna check in to see if they had any increase
March.
since March. Cause this is,
Oh,
I know.
probably should table it and see if there's an increase.
What did you budget
That
for?
figure's solid.
50.
Not enough?
Oh, hell yeah, it should be enough.
Well,
Make a motion, we approve,
well, winter's coming.
Presque County
They
Police
gotta get in there
Department
and do their
controls.
work.
Up to 39,770.
I'm gonna go to 45. In case there is an increase.
Budget
Leave a bump.
didn't you, Joe?
Yeah.
Well, we should be good.
Leave a bumper in there.
Leave a
Alright.
bumper in there. Up to 45,000 not to exceed without board approval. This is 26-0195C. With Northern Control Solutions Incorporated.
Big flip.
Support.
You'd like to support that?
Or two. Bob did already, yeah.
Okay.
Any discussion? I don't see how there would be that much meeting recently.
No, but
Might be parts that got marked up since
Yeah.
then, but
You never know.
Right.
3 months. Any discussion on this? Be comfortable voting? Roll call vote, please.
Robin Hughes,
Yes.
Robert Crook,
yes.
Cliff Tolini,
Yes.
Bob Ritzky,
Yes.
and Joe Libby.
yes,
No, we got that one. Number 3, carried. Number 3, courthouse sewer line. That I did talk to Mike on, and that is up to 15,000.
mhm.
We talked about doing that to fix the problem with the backhoe.
Yeah, he's gonna have to take some concrete up in the garage out there. But it's nothing in the building.
It includes the concrete though.
Yeah.
So he's gotta cut out.
Yep. And I think we approve up to $15,000. It should come in a little less. But he'll eliminate some dead end Ts
That side of
on
it.
that side, yeah. And some dead end Ts and should solve the issues long term.
Yeah.
And not only that, go ahead.
That'll eliminate service calls and get.
I was just gonna say the
Getting
service
routed
calls
out,
are
yeah.
yearly on that deal. I would make a motion to approve the sewer line repair up to $15,000.
Or,
Yes, support.
you got it. You beat me.
Any more discussion? I think they're charging us like $1,500, $2,000 every time they come out
Oh, yeah.
to service it. Snake it. Okay, roll call vote on that piece too.
Joe Libby,
Yes,
Robin Hughes,
Yes.
Robert Crook,
Yes.
Robert Ritzky,
Yes.
Cliff Tolini.
Yes. Mix it in. Okay.
Yeah.
Motion's carried. Okay, that's 2 we got. Presque Sheriff's Department LED lighting upgrade. Anybody know anything
Yeah.
about this? Building is.
You don't, aren't you getting some LED lighting quoted?
Well, that was Mike and talking with Tom at our place, they were talking about it, but I haven't.
So you don't know what the,
Table.
I
there.
heard Mike or not.
but I've got I got the quotes though.
this is something we budgeted for. Shoot.
Yeah.
That was one of Mike's again.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, here's all of.
Got the quotes and you say so.
Yeah, well, it's the same. It's duplicates.
This is for the whole jail.
I don't know. That I couldn't tell you.
I think it was outside too.
37 existing light fixtures. You know how much that'll save?
A lot.
It was get rid of the old ballast.
Can I see one?
Inside the jail.
Yeah.
Outside lights too, eh?
That's what I know.
See one?
This one here is from Omega. Down in Alpena, which is 4910.
Yep, I got it.
Yep,
What's the other? one?
3 of them.
Just one bid?
That's what was given to me.
We're all looking at the same thing, Rob.
Yep.
All right, it's only one bid then.
$1,910.
Plus what does it say? What's that writing on it? Okay, plus something lights. Oh, exterior lights,
Extra.
Extra lights. That's what he said.
extra.
I think what he talked about, that is some replacement bulbs. Shouldn't-
Oh,
They get
spares.
bumped or damaged, yeah.
Spare
I got
LEDs.
So we budgeted enough to cover this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. As long as it's in the budget.
I make a motion, we approve the Omega Electric to retrofit 37 existing light fixtures with 48-inch 5K linear LED tubes in the amount of $4,910.
Support that. Any more discussion? Should save a lot of power. Hey, I think the roll call vote then.
Robert Crook,
Yes.
Robin Hughes,
Yes.
Cliff Sweeney,
Yes.
Joe Libby,
Yep. Yes.
Bob Britzke,
Yes.
Motion's carried. Can't believe you only got one bid. All electricians.
Yeah.
Well, we took the approval of the hiring the VA counselor because he
Mhm.
backed out. And community garden projects, you can't show, so that brings us to another sign of grievances. Anybody know anything about the grievances that we had?
Val,
Last I put on the agenda.
Shelby,
Shall we hear?
I'll just read the email
Okay.
and then read it.
Table it or not?
it's just.
Yeah, this one.
They were just asking if we're able to add a grievance issue for Joe to rescind his forgiveness motion and have them pay back overage.
For the
On
two
what? On
employees.
what?
For the two employees.
Which two though?
MSU extension.
Oh, the ones with it.
Yeah.
It was a mistake.
And
Maintenance.
maintenance. Assistant. Part-time.
I ain't pay here, resigning them.
Oh, I think they were here at the last.
Huh?
She was here at the last meeting. We thought it'd already be taken care of.
So what are they asking? This is the union asking this?
Yeah, they're asking us to rescind the motion that I made for giving those two employees of the payback.
That's your motion, that's up to you.
I'm not gonna rescind it.
That takes care of that. One that makes it has to rescind it. Any other questions? Committee reports.
Building,
Mr. Chairman, I'll report on public safety and health. Here meets with us every Tuesday, the last Tuesdays before our final meeting for commissioners, and he handed a report to Robin and myself consisting of 6 items. Item number 1, jail and sheriff's office cameras process to install has started and hope to be completed within 3 or 4 weeks. Number 2, they have 17 in jail at this time, with 4 housed out. Only one was getting 2 extra. They got 4 of them housed out. Monday's a big sentencing day, and we'll decide then to bring inmates back or leave them in Alpena, depending how the sentencing goes. They could sentence them back into Presque jail. They need to have room, so they're ahead of the game and thinking this way. Number 3, the state 416 grant for our county has been approved. Under Sheriff Walling did a good job with processing that. Sheriff, remind us what the 416 grant does.
The secondary road patrol grant helps pay one of the deputies' salaries for patrolling on secondary roads. So you still can have complaints, but the primary job is traffic on the secondary roads. And almost every county in Michigan uses it and they get reimbursed through that grant.
How much
Right.
is this?
Secondary roads means not US 23 or M
County
sixty-eight or M sixty-five with people,
County
or the
roads.
Hawks or Mets or Alice Township or wherever.
How much is the
I'm
grant
not
for?
sure, told Flip on what it was this year. Every year it's different.
Different.
I don't
Number
see
four,
nothing.
corrections officer Northrop starts 4 week school early September for jail certification. Going to Kirtland College down near the Grayling area, something required, and he's heading that. Number five, we have 2 county events coming up and we're planning for them. The Millersburg Festival on Labor Day has grown, it's big, they got a parade, they got a lot of activities. So they got to make plans to have officers on the scene covering that. And of course, the Posen Potato Festival is always big, but it's gonna be even bigger this year with Sawyer Brown coming. They're expecting a crowd 10 to 12,000 people in Little Posen with one main access road, M65. And Joe, I think you're looking forward to maybe some headaches with this one, eh? But anyway, they're ready to go and they got the state police on board to give extra manpower for this concert. And lastly, we've already dealt with it. Talked with Mike, we need to see where the process is. We're changing out the thermostats in the office of jail. I think we just dealt with that.
We just covered that.
So that's the report from Sheriff Joe.
And both of these upgrades will save money through utility bills. Maybe a long-term payback, but it'll save money and be more reliable.
Well, that air compressor runs down south.
Yep.
That won't need that.
Those lights will pay back very quickly.
So yeah, it's good. Building and Grounds Committee met on Tuesday, Rob and I. Typical things happening at the lighthouse. Had some drain cleaning issues and got crushed asphalt in there. That should help alleviate quite a bit of that
And knock the dust down.
and knock the dust down. We went over pretty much everything Mike went over. As it relates
Where'd
to,
you put the asphalt down?
down
40
by
Mile Point,
40 Mile Point Lighthouse.
the drive.
How long is that drive?
Oh, long, quite a ways, but this is down by the parking area where they have those drains in.
It's all kind of a muddy parking lot.
Yeah. It should help a lot.
I was just asking, wonder if Parmesan would work there. That
It
stuff
would.
looks good.
But
But-
they got, well, they happen to get their hands on some recycled asphalt. It's not always available.
As long as you get it set good, the grade, because once it gets hard, it's gonna be
Well-
like asphalt.
Yeah, it will be.
Yeah.
It is.
They'll
But,
roll.
Mike will be happy. Getting the sewer done before winter is important
Oh, yeah.
because of that access. And, the roofing contractor, needs some decisions about color and I don't know if you guys have decided upon that. And texture and to make sure everything's covered. And he,
A little bit about on the
You guys wanna look at color?
contractor. The problem is the contract that he sent to, for us to get engaged.
The roof, metal.
I took it, we took it to Jeremiah,
Gotta pick
look it
color.
over.
You have a color preference?
I do.
What is it?
hang on a sec.
Hey,
Let this finish.
we took it, we took it to the
Attorney.
Jeremiah. And the guy isn't getting back with Jeremiah.
Oh, the
He,
contractor?
yeah, he needs to send. There's 3 or 4 specific things in the contract that we're not covered under. And he needs to include that in his contract, or just send us a new contract that includes them. We kind of want to get the ball rolling on
We
this.
gotta get it rolling pretty
But
soon.
he, and Mike wasn't here today to speak. I talked to him yesterday. I said, I'm gonna go up and see if I can find Jeremiah. And where he can call the guy. I don't know why did you read the contract?
I ain't looked at it yet.
It's kind of like a AI contract.
Yep.
And we just want all our bases covered before we enter it, you know?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we can get the contract that we want in front of us, we could even have a special meeting.
Mhm.
So.
Yes.
That'd be worth it if we could.
Yeah, we can't put that off much longer. It's not gonna
I
get
just
done.
wanted to let you know where we're at with that.
Yeah. That's it for building and grounds. Personnel interviewed on Monday.
The guy that backed out.
And,
Tuesday after B and G,
you're correct, Tuesday,
so now we don't have anything to.
right? We were excited, he had experience, and then after talking with us and talking about it with his family, has decided to withdraw his name for consideration.
So where are we going to advertise for this? Looking,
Well, we can advertise through the VA. They have a network that will put it out there. I still think we should advertise, of course, post it here. Advertise in our local paper and maybe Alpena paper, Sheboygan paper.
I agree.
can we do that? Can we motion advertise for them?
So moved.
Second.
Yeah,
About
motion
Alpena
support.
paper.
That's why I said
Oh,
Alpena,
What
Sheboygan.
about including the VA? All in the VA.
Yeah, calling the VA and, cause we had a nice posting for it, just include it to the VA and they can distribute it to their members.
All right. Could do that. ESAP, any more discussion? You have a motion support?
You-
All in
Nobody
favor?
motioned yet?
Yeah.
He motioned, Robin supported it. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried.
Should that be a roll call? Cause we're spending money.
No.
Yeah, probably. Probably. Okay, so
Follow.
we are spending money then, we'll call vote that.
Cliff Talini,
Yes. I didn't think we were.
Joe Libby,
Yes.
Robin Hughes,
Yes.
Rob Crook,
Yes.
Bob Risky.
Yes.
You call me?
The first.
In trance.
Special appointment committee reports, District 4 Health.
Okay, I'd like to report on that, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, because I don't want.
We have a wonderful chief financial officer named Michelle Konlinsky, who sort of is helping us make a comeback, because we were in the pits a few years ago as far as being underwater financially. And she has been catching up on audits. And she says that the 2024 audit has been completed, and as a result, Medicaid sent a check for $108,000, which certainly helps our coffers as a treasury in that regard.
And being the press is here, let's state the fact here. The district commissioners, the District 4 Health Board with Michelle and all staff had pulled out from a $1.2 million hole to have a positive $300,000
Correct.
within a year.
She's done a great
Miraculous.
job in that respect.
Miraculous.
Yeah.
However, she does have a serious concern, and that is this. The state requires that there be a health department in every county. Okay, as the state requires, there's gotta be a sheriff in every county, prosecutor, clerk, so forth and so on. But guess how many have to pay rent to the county for using county facilities? One, and that's her concern. The district health board in each county has to pay rent to the county for using county rooms and facilities. She says that's wrong. Why isn't the sheriff paying rent? Why isn't the prosecutor rent? Why isn't the animal control shelter paying
You
rent?
mean only ones not paying rent?
Right,
They're paying us rent. We're paying, District 4 is paying Alpena County $11,000 a month rent.
yeah, right, that's her concern. Why should the people, we be paying rent to the county?
When the county is responsible for public health.
Correct, correct. She says she's gonna approach the various boards and commissioners in each county and address what I'm addressing right now. And we're gonna have to come to grips with it. Either say, sorry, Michelle, but, or go along with her. That day is coming.
Well,
We gotta do that.
They said they were gonna come to each entity, Sheboygan, us, Alpena.
At some
and do
point,
a
yes,
presentation.
at some point, but I'm just.
Cause it's a
putting-
huge amount in our budget. We're talking probably $300,000 in rent total.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm putting you on alert, but that's coming down the pike. That's all I have from that.
That and there was talk about going back to like making Alpena County the fiduciary for the District 4 too. You know,
Okay,
we still got a lot of discussing on that because nobody really wants to go back to Alpena. It's a fiduciary. After we went on our own. All right, that's that report. Any other special appointment?
Nope.
Commissioners' comments.
I have a comment, Mr. Chairman. I've got a citizen who's approached me twice on the subject of brush.
Brush.
We had this historic ice storm in March of 2024. And people were bringing their brush into Rogers City. Now, Rogers City had budgeted $30,000 to bring a big chipper in and destroy Rogers City brush. But surrounding townships, Rogers, Belknap, Bismarck, maybe not Bismarck, Malky, Posen, were bringing their brush in too. So the city of Rogers City had to spend $60,000 instead of 30 to destroy that brush. The people in Rogers City, that is the people in charge, said, hey, we can't afford to pay for everybody else doing that. So they're gonna not allow, they already have done this, they're not allowing townships to bring their brush into Rogers City to be taken care of. They're putting a gate up, they're giving a key to everybody in Rogers City. They can bring their brush in, but nobody else. Well, my constituent lives out in Rogers Township. He's my neighbor. He said, Bob, for 20 years, I brought my brush down here. What are we supposed to do with the brush? He suggested we consider partnering with the city, the county partnering with the city. And he says, for one thing, you're never gonna have $60,000 again, because this was a once in a lifetime occurrence. It'll be a much less amount to deal with that brush. I talked to Mayor Scott McLennan. He says they're open to partnering, but he's got to represent his city constituents. But if the county gets on board and our township folks have a place to take their brush, that would be a wonderful thing. You wanted me to bring this to your attention, Mr. Chairman, and I am.
The problem with that is then you've got, I understand like Malky, Rogers Townships, then you've got townships on the outskirts.
Correct.
The rest of the townships, they're not gonna haul their brush over here. They approached the road commission, the city did before they started chipping. They wanted to open up the gravel pits.
Yeah.
The county pits, because that's where the brush went from the county roads during the storm. They all piled it there. And they're not gonna chip it, they're probably gonna burn it. And the road commission said, no, we can't do this. We're not opening these up again and filling up our pits. So then the city, like you said, got a chipper and started chipping it. But it seems to me that it's a problem with the surrounding townships right here. And I don't know how you could spend county money.
No, I wouldn't, I agree completely that, we represent the taxpayer in all four corners of the county. If they
Correct.
want to partner with the surrounding townships.
Yeah.
To enhance that site, to allow access to Rogers Township, to allow access to the, bordering townships. That would be the approach I would approve, or it wouldn't be our approval, I would support. It's much like, anything else. When we did recycling, if we only did it at one site in Rogers City, but didn't provide recycling for the surrounding areas in equal proportions, we're not equally representing our taxpayers.
Exactly.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
But my constituent is concerned. He said the people who have property near woods, it's easy for them to throw it in the woods.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't.
His best avenue would be to approach his township supervisor or township board and try to bring
See if they
that,
can chip in a little money each to allow access to the surrounding towns.
if they're the ones that are using it, you know.
Mayor McLennan mentioned 4, Rogers, Malky, Belknap, and Posen. He knows for a fact. they all
Posen's coming all the
brought
way,
brush
Posen's coming all the way.
That's
here.
what he said. He mentioned that, but I agree with Mr. Libby. You got 14 townships and you can't favor 4 over the other 10.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's my thought.
My thought also.
MTA meetings next week.
MTA meeting next week.
I'm bringing it up there.
Commissioner's comment, I only got one comment.
I got one too.
I was talking to commissioner from Alpena County. And they had just recently passed the moratorium on flock cameras. And he asked if our township or our county was considering anything like that. I just asked you guys to research the block cameras
Mhm.
so we could. They put a moratorium on it, banning them, so. Before they get, it was real contentious, but they passed.
Yeah, you ought to read up on them. It's interesting.
I got another comment, Mr. Chairman. In my board packet were two letters. How about you have two letters in yours from the Akiak Joel Girock?
Yep, I got it.
You got those?
Mhm.
I think he sent them to us for the intention of trying to get an answer. Because he
We
wants,
we answered in the last meeting too.
Yeah, I don't think they were informed, that's all.
right, Joel, he's a trustee for Akiak Township and a board member of my Friends of Akiak Outdoor Center. And he was pointing out that this American Disabilities Act, they want to build a special dock on beautiful Akiak Lake to get it used. He mentions that the DNR has given $144,300 grant. The county's pledged $4,500, no, $14,500.
$60,000 was the match.
Right, but
For the
what
county.
Joel's looking for, I think the Friends of Aki are looking for is, the fact that, are we on board? And if we are on board with this, they would like to have a start time, expected completion date.
We already
Already
voted.
voted on it last.
So we're totally on board, so this
No,
letter means
No,
nothing.
we voted not to enter into that contract with the DNR. And he asked me, I thought you were talking about, that's the
These
letter,
are the two letters I got just now.
you just got them?
I just
We all
found them
did.
right here.
We all did.
When I came here this morning, this is where they were.
Oh, nobody contacted, I talked to him at the road commission meeting and he asked how it went and the board chose not to enter into that contract on this. And it was reported
August 3rd. That,
Oh,
and
That letter's
and
dated August
he
3rd.
asked about the money,
You know,
the
this,
$14,000 and I said, well, the county will have to send it back to you. And he said they used ARPA money for that pledge and he would like that money to go to the Akiak Outdoor Center for whatever project, like a generator or whatever. If we're gonna use it for a warming
Roof.
center.
bad.
And he was on board,
beds are fixed.
he went back to his township board and he was on board with that.
Water.
And I said, that's totally up to you, whatever, I mean, it's your ARPA money, because if they get it back, they're gonna have to send it back to the feds.
Yep.
So,
yeah, I do
It-
remember
it's-
we voted on that, but this, maybe these letters came out before we had actually done. what we
Yeah,
did.
that's an August 1st letter.
Yeah, August 1st, August 10th.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you got a letter from you, Cliff, saying what you just said, that you saw you at the road commission meeting, had a chat with you. And you seem to be on board for the 14,500 to be used by the Akiak Township. That's what's all in this letter.
friends of it, yep.
Okay, I wanted to bring that up, because I felt it was a deal.
So
with this.
if the friends of the, go ahead, you get something to say.
I'm going to a new subject, but go ahead.
So if I told them it's their 14.5, they can direct him
How
what they
how
want the
wish.
friend center to do with it. I got friends, so.
So is someone gonna instruct me, because since the money is here,
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
here. Well, that will,
I
that's
mean-
gonna come from
I
Akiak.
mean,
The money's here. We need to make a motion to authorize the
Yeah.
treasurer to return those
Yeah,
funds.
no, she doesn't want to, they don't want them returned. They want them used to the Akiak Outdoor Center. So I'm gonna make a motion that and funds are used for the Akiak Outdoor Center per the request of by the request of the Akiak Township Board.
Maybe that'll be a good MTA.
a second,
Well, he told me they didn't want them back,
Yeah.
but I mean, we can act on it later too. Doesn't matter. I can
Well-
extend my motion then.
Yeah, we can retain those funds until the decision is made of what they're going to do with the funds.
Right.
When we're talking about 14.5, is that what we're
Mhm.
talking about? You know,
I was send that original motion, I'll make a motion to retain them funds until they decide what they want to do with them, which
Should happen pretty soon.
soon,
Okay,
get support for that.
I support.
So did you rescind or are you making a motion?
Make a
New-
motion,
new
to hold
motion.
on to the funds. I rescinded that motion. They made a motion to hold on to the funds until further instruction from Akiak what they want to do with the money.
Okay,
And I seconded it.
Any more discussion? Then.
We're
Roll
not
call
spend-
vote.
Yeah.
Robert Presque.
Yes.
Robert Crook,
Yes.
Cliff Delaney.
Yes,
Robin Hughes,
Yes.
Joe Libby.
Yes.
clerks should probably contact Akiak Township,
I have
find out their intention.
a report from Wednesday's Belknap Township meeting. I attended because I was pretty well versed in what they were talking about. This is the notification that was published. This is for a public hearing regarding the taxation of DTE Little Trout Solar Project PILT application. PILT is payment in lieu of taxes. At the public hearing, it was very well presented by the same attorney we use, Schultz. And
Schultz.
Fahey Schultz. And they also had an accountant there spreading the tax liability to DTE. The interesting part of this was that I kind of knew, but didn't know the details. The state assesses clean energy projects, specifically wind and solar. That assessment is based on a solar project, the nameplate capacity of the solar farm. For instance, Belknap Township, what is installed there has nameplate capacity of 61 megawatts. At 61 megawatts, the state then assesses that at $7,000 per megawatt.
Every
Okay.
year.
Yes, and at $7,000 per year per megawatt. Then what typically happens, and this is taxed as personal property, the same way my business owns a piece of equipment that I depreciate over 5, 7, 10, or 15 years with the diminishing value of that personal property. To explain this as best I can, if this agreement was not approved and forwarded for approval at the state of Michigan, that depreciating value of the solar panels and affiliate equipment would be taxed pretty high at the onset and then diminished down over 10 years.
Yes.
Well, in a PILT agreement, payment in lieu of taxes, the township and DTE agreed to a set rate of taxation for this in the amount of $7,000 per megawatt for 20 years. Then they also offer a community development agreement like we've seen and discussed. And they've provided assistance in other ways to surrounding things like our roads and whatnot. That's a community development agreement. And for taxation purposes, they agreed to another $1,000 per megawatt in the community development agreement. So these will be taxed at $8,000. In the course of 20 years, this will equate to, and I'll use a round number, 120,000 plus per year for Belknap Township. That is what it's rated. And an equal amount, because the county is the levy of the tax, but that will also increase our taxable value and tax dollars collected. This makes a ton of sense. It's more money, but it's also over time. So instead of getting a lot of money in the first 5 to 7 years, they have a flat payment over 20 years, which is better for budgeting, better for planning, and also it exempts DTE from ever going to the state tax tribunal to appeal their taxes. They've
That's why
agreed to what they pay. So, and if DTE, and they didn't enter into it, if DTE wanted to go to the tax tribunal, try to get their tax burden lowered, the township has to defend that and pay the attorneys and the accountants to go defend it for them. So it is a good buffer. I think it was a great agreement. The misunderstanding came from the fact that the solar, this is the wording in the application. Belknap Township Board will hold a public hearing to consider whether to grant a solar energy facility exemption certificate. That's as far as most of the paying public got. What they didn't get down to is what it actually means. And this will result in Belknap Township collecting and the taxable value collecting a little in excess of $1.1 million in addition over 20 years.
Did the accountant do run it, the spreadsheet both ways and see how
Yep.
much money?
Yep, ran it both ways. It amounts to a little more than 1.1 million.
Because even though
in additional
even
taxes.
though the plant depreciates, it's still assessed every year.
Yep,
So they agree with Bill then?
yes, they have agreed to the PIL agreement and now it
it's up
goes to the
state tax commission to sign off.
and they will sign off, and this is very typical of what has been done many, many, many other times. This is not something new and unique.
Who's the supervisor of Belknap?
Toby Kuzinski.
Toby, I was at Nemcock, he sat right next to me, he gave
Yeah.
me the same spiel I just heard from you.
Yeah.
Promoting PILT over the other ad valorem method
Ad
of
valorem.
taxation.
Mhm.
And I appreciate your discussion on that.
And
Who assesses Belknap?
assessor,
Bird?
not anymore, but yeah. But he doesn't assess this,
Does his firm assess it?
his firm. Correct.
He assesses it.
Well, I'm glad that they went with PILT.
It makes much more financial
Yeah.
sense for the long-term planning. And I hope Pulaski Township does the same. Because that is the other township. And they actually have a little more nameplate capacity in Pulaski Township than does Belknap. So. I didn't do the math, but this will amount to additional tax revenue starting.
Where's the extra $1,000 go to in community?
Well, the community
besides
development
that?
agreement, the Belknap Township gets that extra 1,000 per
So
year.
they're getting 1,000 too.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it isn't gonna go to the community, it's gonna go to Belknap Township.
It's not gonna go to the county, correct? And that's discretionary. That can go to their general fund. They can do with it what they wish. I said, I expect every road to be paved in that township. So it was smart.
I don't know about every road.
I know,
It's
I'm teasing.
$300,000 a mile.
I know. Teasing.
All right.
That's my
Any
report.
other comments? Robin, you have any comments? Okay, other government officials.
I'll just follow up on, so earlier you talked about the car situation, maybe if we could clear it a little bit again, I think. So the 2 cars you already gave me just now, I budgeted for those.
Yeah,
We had talked about, and Joe and the group, later down the road, we get 2 more if there's
Right.
ARPA money left. The 2 already got this now, they've already been paid for, waiting for them to come in, those are out of my regular budget, so if
Yeah.
so people are, yeah, just making sure we were all clear on that. Those are already paid for. Then we said, because I needed some extras, because the other ones are old, we already took the other one off the road. If there's any ARPA money left after the projects here at the courthouse, I could look at maybe get another car or 2 from that. Is that what we understood? Is that right, Joe? Does that sound?
that's
what we
that's
talked
that's
about.
what we,
Okay, all right, so just.
that's what we
about the cars,
discussed,
we got the 2 cars now, those cars are already,
my point was even though the money's budgeted for those 2 cars.
Yep.
Money could have been used from the ARPA fund to pay for those, and the money that was left in your budget would roll into the general fund. That's how you backload to save the money.
Yeah.
But we're gonna talk.
however
to
you get them, I just need the cars.
The account, well, we talked about 2 more cars too.
Right, because we need 2 more, we need a truck for the snowmobiles in the winter, and then the other one that finally broke in half out back, and we're gonna donate that to the fire department. We did
Yeah.
last one, we gave fire department to use it for training, cutting the jaws and everything to use it, and the old expedition, again, the floor rotted out of it, and John up here at First Class said, I don't think you should try that.
Yeah.
We probably didn't wanna put it on the hoist.
And the rotation of a
Did that.
car a year doesn't work. Not when you're running 7 cars. You can't have a car or a vehicle 7 years on northern Michigan roads with miles people on them. And it really ought to be on a 3.5-year cycle, 3-year cycle.
Not behind, but we're not gonna do it no more, we're gonna keep up 2 every year, and we're gonna keep up on that, get rid of the old ones.
I'm not pointing fingers.
No,
That's for.
Wait,
our-
right, Joe, you're right, we just
That's
got
for our
by, part of it's my, I should have came and got a little more forceful, saying, we need more cars, I'm sorry, but we're out.
Yeah.
We can't be doing this, and it's the citizens of the county deserve better and better equipment that we're using to get the help.
Well, we
The
tried
officers
that.
deserve the safety of a reliable vehicle.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
I mean, when the detective's out doing a surveillance on a warrant, his front end falls off, because he hit a pothole, which had happened, the whole front end fell right off. That's not good.
That's not good.
So, and then
Hey,
the
Rob,
other thing I got,
Rob.
I followed up everything that Bob had said, I appreciate that. I did meet with Black. which he had talked about, that is the company that's putting the concert, you know, well, I went out yesterday, met with them, surveyed the field, looked at the stage, talked to both organizers, Mike and Jason, and, just about the future, what we're gonna do, 'cause it's the first time, and they've already sold 2,600 tickets. They need to sell 5,000. They want to for Sawyer Brown to show up and the other ones. If you haven't seen it, you ought to go look at it. It's huge. The stage is not the little stage. This is as big as ones I've seen at huge venues like Pine Knob. It's mammoth, and they're gonna have their own generators. Traffic is our big concern. Just because of M65 is the main road into Posen, main road out, all the other back roads and they're county small roads. So they're gonna use the school, they're permitted, there's no football team in Posen unfortunately this year. So don't, and this is on a Friday night, and this is 9/11, this concert. So
Well,
there's no game that night, so they're gonna use, they got permission to use the school, St. Casimir's, that whole parking lot. And a field, a farmer, and I apologize, I can't remember the name of the farmer, they told me, it said he can use his field, it's solid enough to park cars on it. So there's gonna be some walking, there's gonna be some traffic, foot traffic, walking to the venue. We're gonna have gates.
where's the venue at?
So you know the bump and run, you ever go to
Yeah.
the bump run, where the derby cars park, the race cars, it's in their pits.
All right,
Up against the woods that faces the school.
yeah,
So the back of the stage would be the high school. And then it faces out. They're gonna have a VIP section gated, a fenced off. So there's a fence coming across, there'll be a VIP up front with their own bathrooms, their own bar, their own stuff. And then behind that is gonna be general seating up on the hill. And it's the traffic will be two gates in for come in once you get your tickets, they'll have two gates that you can enter to get down in there. They'll have a handicap area also designated, and it's pretty good, and Tim will follow up a little bit later on that, because he also was there, so he can follow up, but he talked to him also on. We're both on top of this, I think the best we can right now. I did talk to Lieutenant Ott at State Police, meet with him next week. Him and I are gonna go back out there, give another week of progress, and sit down and talk about traffic and what we're gonna do to get in and out of there. The concert, Sawyer Brown goes on stage at 8:30. He plays for approximately 90 minutes. And then they're gonna leave so the polka barn can continue till 1 AM. There is a 9/11 ceremony at 8 o'clock. I'll be up there, I'm gonna lead the pledge, and then some other kids are gonna be up there and help out with the flags and stuff. So it's, and then sort of around take over, so it should be they're gonna have concerts now, if this works out, next July 4th, they're talking to bring a bigger name band in. And then another one in Bolton for the festival.
One concern I have is if you're gonna park cars a long ways away on a farmer's field, that's with no lighting, it's pitch dark at that time of night. That's my concern.
So we're gonna do the best we can to help, and they're pretty organized. This group isn't fly by night. It's pretty organized, but it's first time in Bozeman, but once you go see it, you'll be amazed. I was shocked how
Check
big
it
the
out.
stage is.
Not me, that's crowded, I don't do the
oh, I'm not today, I'll do.
So that's, unless you guys got any questions, I covered everything I had this week, so I'm good.
Well, the football field lights could help light the whole area a little bit, wouldn't it?
No, it's kind of behind it on the left. They're gonna have
I
enough
mean,
lights.
for parking, I mean,
Oh, yeah, the school parking lot's fine, the Casimir's lit up, they're fine, they're gonna have a lot of lights,
you can bring in portables.
they got, what'd you say, Tim, 40-foot high, that front?
It's big. Then he said it's going 6 feet higher, yeah.
Top to bottom of speakers, both sides, and lights all the way across the top, so it's gonna be well lit and sound. They're gonna hear it, Alpena, I mean, it's gonna be loud, this is a full concert, not a little concert, this is one like, you go to Pine Knob, this is it.
That's pretty awesome.
So it's gonna be it's gonna be an event. I think I'm pretty glad that Sawyer Brown for the first one, so we can see. If it was a hard rock and everything else, we get a little more wild. I'm glad that it's Sawyer Brown, a little more relaxed music, a little country, a little fun. I think that'll help.
He takes a lot of breaks in between songs too, it's pretty old.
Good,
So are we.
but if it was, if it was Rob Zombie or something, I'd be a little more nervous. But more nervous. But this one, so I'm excited for them, but they're gonna work with us, and I'm going to meet again next week, and then Tim will finish up what I did not hit. Thanks.
Thank you, Joe.
Vicky.
All right. Just some quick updates.
He's here and so is.
I guess I'll start with that. I looked at the emergency action plan for the Posa Potato Festival, and it was last updated in 2022, so I just updated it this year. Been in touch with Andrea, who runs the Potato Festival, and Mike, who Joe's referring to, who's doing the concert. Went up and looked at the stage, talked to him about ingress and egress and security and so on. And I will be following up with Mike back out there next week as well. I did give him a copy of the emergency action plan for the Posa Potato Festival. And said, if you're gonna keep doing these concerts, we're gonna need one just for you guys as well. So we'll work on that together for future concerts and so on. A couple weeks ago, I did go over to Kalkaska for a 2-day school crisis conference. It was really good. I met with Officer Beeson afterwards and we had a chance to talk about some things. It sounds like he's right on track and doing really well here. I've not had a chance to talk to the other two SROs, but I'm planning on that. I sat in on a rural readiness Zoom. It was for money for fire halls. It was a 2-hour Zoom this week. And then I spoke with all the fire chiefs at the fire chiefs meeting on Tuesday evening or Wednesday evening. Passed on all the information to them. There is a fair amount of grants out there for fire halls. This same rural readiness, I think it's the 22nd of this month, is having one for townships. So at the quarterly on September 1st, I'm going to have hard copies to give to all the supervisors. And then I don't have all of their emails for some reason. So I'm going to get that and then forward it to them. So there's a lot of great opportunities. We've already talked about townships helping with money, if it's brush or whatever. There is opportunities here for some grant money that I will be passing on to them. Today is the last day for FEMA and SBA. So they're pulling out of North Alice Township Hall today at 6 o'clock. I don't know if any of you guys had a chance to stop in the last 40 days to just talk to them, ask them how it's going, appreciate their hard work. I did. Jeremy Runstrom, EM from Sheboygan, and I met over there this week. It was the busiest DRC in the state. I mean, it was huge. The success of it was really awesome for Sheboygan and Presque County. Presque County had 94, and this isn't a today figure, obviously. This was like a Monday figure. And while we were there, people were waiting to get in to keep getting assistance. So this number will be growing.
And was that simply Black Lake we're talking about here?
Anybody in Sheboygan County, anybody could go to any. So Sheboygan County was using it. Most likely the Black Lake people, because they had another one over in Indian River.
Okay.
And then all of Presque County could go there as well. We did have the 5 days at Presque Township Hall, and that brought in less than 15 people total from the
Really?
Long Lake Great
Huh.
Lake area, less than 15 in
That's
5
amazing.
days. And they were open 10 to 12 hours a day, 10 hours a day, I think.
Really? I
Yeah.
thought there'd be more.
I thought so too. That's why I sent them down there. I thought they would be extremely
Yeah,
busy
after all
for
the
5 days
complaining.
straight.
What's that?
After all the complaining.
Yeah,
We-
so
Yeah.
we are at 94 as of Monday at North Alice, or countywide, countywide at $630,000 given out by FEMA to Presque residents. And just for your info, Sheboygan County was at 173 homes at 1.5 million.
Yeah, it's on the river.
Yeah, so, but they got a lot of lakes over there, I mean, all of those
Burton. Well,
and up down every one of those big rivers, and so their numbers expected to be a little higher. And then one question, we need to sit down and talk about some social media for me. There's so much information I gotta be able to reach out to. I had talked to Sarah about it. She said when she left, she had over 3,000 people on a Facebook page. Our code red is 1,100. We pay $9,000 a year for it. We got to keep that. I'm not saying we need to get rid of that. I mean, I am shopping around for a better platform, easier platform, cheaper platforms. So I am looking, But there's so much things every single day I could share with the community, with this county. And I can't, cannot expect Renee in the sheriff's department to be my Facebook secretary. I mean, she's done a great job for me, don't get me wrong, but she's got a lot on her plate as it is. So what meeting do I need to come to? Should it be personnel? Which one should I kind of,
That person,
what subcommittee should I come to? So we can, I mean,
this board.
just on a
Yeah,
normal
what-
meeting, you think? I didn't know if we wanted to talk about it in a smaller group and then,
What we're talking about is allowing access to our EM to a platform, call it Facebook, Twitter, whatever. And I think we need to draft up a policy of what is appropriate and what's not appropriate,
Right.
and put some parameters
No
around that.
commenting.
Right.
yeah, and we can turn comments off so people can't
Yep.
say stupid things
I
and.
know Presque Electric's got one and they get inundated with some bad.
Yes. And that's,
Oh, yeah.
that's fine.
And there's one person, that's all they're doing
Right.
constantly is,
Well, if they're taking responses, that'll keep you busy. If you turn off
Comments.
comments, then it's just our billboard.
Yeah, can't turn comments off on government site.
Not,
Share my word, it's only for mine. Like, once you get your government,
Oh.
Facebook, social media,
Oh, that
you
changed
cannot
it.
turn comments off.
but this is
Right,
an
make
emergency
that-
If
management.
it's open. if it's
Information.
an open Facebook like ours is,
Right.
we cannot shut our comments off.
well,
I know, I talked to Renee, but you guys got one guy.
That's too bad.
that is, cause I'm no.
That's too bad.
Against the law, Jeremiah tells that, against the law. to shut
It's a
our
bad
comments.
law.
You gotta leave them.
That's a bad law.
That causes.
I mean, there's a
nothing
lot
but
of stuff in
trouble.
the health department. I mean, when we had smoke, I mean, there's so literally daily, I could share something that would be beneficial to the people in our county. I mean, if not daily, every couple days.
You've got experience with this, don't you, Robin?
I use it a lot, but I don't do a lot of things. I know you can make it so there are no comments on it or.
Apparently not for us.
Not for us.
Not legal.
Right. Not for us.
I guess I
but-
have to.
Would you be
research
willing
that.
to work with Tim, spend an hour or two and develop
Hey, Rob.
the policy
I
for
have
this
to
board to
research
approve?
that.
And, yeah,
Research it.
so why don't, I don't mean to volunteer you, but you're
No, that's
better at
okay.
that stuff than I am.
Force it here.
Yeah, and develop a policy, bring back to our next meeting. Here's the policy, here's what we're planning on doing, and here's what we can and cannot do, and this is a
But
one-time
Bill-
exemption for information for the public.
You can't keep them from commenting though. I mean, I've looked on, the kids have showed me the sheriff's department, they get hammered on there all the time.
We
This
did also talk to Jeremiah if we can block or just hide. So my wife runs the city of Rogers City's Facebook page, primarily with Kaylee, the Main Street director. And when they get negative comments, they hit hide on them,
Yeah,
so nobody can see them. So
But somebody's gotta be there.
Somebody has to man it then.
that's what I would be doing. I mean, it's not an all day, everyday process. I mean, it's put out a post and your phone notifies you when you get, or your computer notifies you when you get a comment. You can look at it that second and hit hide. I mean, it takes it's nothing to do.
Can you install a bot to do it for you?
I don't know. So that's what we'll
I'm
do,
not
I think.
expanding, but-
And if Robin, you're agreeable, I don't, sorry about.
Get
that.
with it.
that's okay.
No, if you,
We'll have
you got,
Robin.
if they can comment on it, that's just a can of worms.
I
Yeah.
guess my second question did issues arise when Sarah had 3,000 plus people on the Presque County Facebook?
She just did it.
But I mean, were there problems? I mean, people were allowed to comment, I'm assuming, were there issues and problems?
There
that-
wasn't big issues, no.
Okay,
With Sarah's answer, that was her Facebook. It wasn't. the
no, it
county's.
was the county's EM page, but you have to use a personal page to set that up. Like, so my business in town, I have to use my personal Facebook page to set up the Demansy Art Gallery Facebook page.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
I'm gonna see
she
what
was
they come up
using
with.
Her personal in the
Why don't we-
background, but
We'll see what you guys come up with
Okay.
and also talk to Jeremiah if we get
Jeremiah,
the chance.
yeah.
I.
And what about our IT guy? Could he help in this?
No, I think it would be illegal. That's illegal. It's a legal question.
Yeah, And then,
Okay, I can talk to you.
we'll kind of put this off till next meeting if that's. all right.
Sounds perfect.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you, guys. Have a good weekend.
Buddy,
What's that?
Jason did with everybody. He said he was gonna try to work it out. He contacted him. The Monday after the meeting, he said, yeah, he'll try to work something up and get it to us.
Haven't seen
With
anything.
where everything's at, I'll contact him.
Yeah.
You know, right.
Stuff, Jeff.
Vicky?
Okay, Vicky,
So I presented the report for the year end. And it's based on the control report that I provided as well. If you'd like me to read through it, I can. Otherwise, I'd be open to questions. I know I didn't give you a whole lot of time to look through it. Bottom line is, well, I'll go ahead and read it. Our office recorded 4,290 or 73 documents. The total revenue collected $943,753.25 of the amount. $664,605.16 was collected for the state of Michigan. A large portion of that will go to Michigan schools. And that figure is there. The remaining $13,845.16 goes into the state remont fund, which is used by the county surveyors for the remonumentation program. Then next, I would take out $21,365 that was collected in the technology fund. The amount budgeted for that fund was $22,730, and that is figured on the estimated number of documents that I think will be recorded in the office based on past history. And we collect $5 per document, which is part of the $30 recording fee. The actual amount used from the budget was $18,599, leaving an unused balance of just over $4,000. Currently, the technology fund is being used to pay my month fees for the software program used in the office for processing documents. This is a statutory fund and is separate from the general fund in the office. Any unused portion remains in that account for daily operations. There are many counties that do not utilize these funds for their daily operations. Those are reserved for other purposes like upgrades to technology, including paying for additional staff to index documents, meaning older documents, so that that information can be accessed remotely. Currently, our staff does that when time allows, when we're not processing documents, answering phone calls, and assisting public at the counter. The remaining amounts, which include the county remount, county transfer tax, online revenue, recording fees, the CD revenue, and tax certification fee, that equal $257,783.09, and of this amount, my office budget comes out of that. It was projected at $189,870.59. But the actual amount used is $172,575.80. In a surplus of just over $85,000 into the general fund for other offices. In comparison to last year, document count, we're up slightly from 4,139. And the surplus amount provided to the general fund last year was 76,400, which is a little less than what we received this year. So, any questions on that?
Yeah. And almost $1 million that you take in. State grabs 664,000 of it. Is that mostly sales tax?
You'll see state transfer tax and county remount or state remount makes up that amount.
And the school gets 650.
That is what I learned at a conference, that's where that money goes to.
Huh.
Okay,
That's a
so
question I
I did want to mention also that the number of documents that are received by e-recording has increased by 4% from last year to just under 30%, 36% of the documents we received. We currently have 4 contracted submitters
and the treasurer's office that submit those documents electronically. This does help reduce the cost of mailing and streamlines the reporting process. For example, a paper document that's rejected, we still have to process it through the system, scan everything in, create a letter to send that back. With the e-reporting process, we put a comment in and we hit a button and send it back. So it does save us time that way. The budgeted postage amount is 500. We use just under 300. It is reduced by the e-recording and also the fact that we do request self-addressed stamped envelopes. Most people do comply with that. As I mentioned in the previous meeting,
That's been.
one-time people that come to the counter that usually don't have anything that incurs that postage cost. I did approach the finance committee about being able to charge postage to return those documents. I've also reached out to Jeremiah back in July, but I've not heard anything back from him. We've been working short staff for just over a month. Kelly Kaziaka moved up to the clerk's office on July 27th. I've interviewed some candidates and I'm hiring Tammy Hickmott, who will start on Monday, the 31st. She brings to the position banking experience, computer skills, and knowledge of digital documents, all of which will be an asset for our office. And we look forward to meeting, working with her and having her as a member of our staff. She'll be good.
Is she gonna go to the personnel committee?
I don't normally need to go through the personnel, but
Just for the vetting purpose?
She's gonna go through the normal background check
Yeah,
and
she-
pre-employment screening.
That's up to the
Right.
department head,
received
isn't
all the
it?
paperwork through the clerk's office.
That's up to you.
So she will be screened.
Oh, yeah,
All right.
well, just like any other employee.
Good.
All your executive bonus, a long-time employee, you're moving upstairs, you're getting a new person. Is there a pay scale for brand new as opposed to a veteran that's worked in your office? You get the same amount of money, whether they're year 1 or year 10?
No,
No.
no, Kelly's been here 5 years, the new person will start at the beginning.
Okay,
And then, I noticed that Jerry is sending out the agenda and I appreciate that, and I just asked if he would, resume the practice of us receiving minutes as well, because those seem to be hard to come by or something.
you gotta get approved first.
Yeah. Well, they do that after the meeting.
Okay.
The next month. Anything, any questions for?
No, I'll make a motion, we approve and file for her annual report.
Reports?
Thank you.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Rob Ransom, building and zoning.
No and no and no.
No, I don't, I'm not asking for anything.
Do I need a permit? That's my.
Absolutely. January 1 to now, county issued building permits, we're at 61, which is up from last year. Building permits, we're at 246. Soil erosion, we're at 40. Electrical, we're at 306. Plumbing, we're at 105. Mechanical is at 285. Short-term rentals are not where I'd hope they'd be, but we're at 27. We have a total permits issued from January 1st to now of 1,070. With that, we've also issued 129 certificates of occupancy since January 1st. So we've done a little bit. Part of that is because we're working through some files previous of when I took the office, and we're trying to get those taken care of. Which involves some inspections on my part, so we can close those out. In some cases, it's also requiring reopening the permits, which in some cases is requiring a fee to be paid. But we're going through them on a case-by-case basis. Forget it.
How's your online applications going? Is that a growing percentage of what's happening?
It's a growing percentage, I would say, on a daily basis, we're probably running about 25% overall.
Mostly contractors.
Mostly contractors, mostly electrical, plumbing, mechanical, because it's easier for them. Building is coming along, that the building permits online is primarily being utilized by residents versus contractors. Contractors like to bring me that big roll of prints still, you know, and I don't have a problem with it. Either way it goes, it's getting handled. The online is working very well when there's a reactivation fee involved or a reinspection fee. You know, we just simply just put it in there, then go on and pay it, and we get notified when it's waiting.
And
It streamlines the process.
the cash flow through the treasurer's office, working
We had a
nicely.
couple hiccups, but I think we worked through them.
Yep.
Good.
We did have one short-term rental mistake. We had an Alice Township resident apply for short-term rental, paid online, didn't catch it until the day of the inspection, and then now we have to issue her a refund. We don't have any zoning jurisdiction in Alice Township, so
Right.
we're tightening that up.
That was the only mistake.
Hmm?
That was the only mistake.
That was, I mean, the only mistake on so far, yeah, that I'm aware of.
You're perfect.
We're doing pretty good. Emily's really settling in well, getting along well with Kathy, and things are processing along very efficiently. We're making a lot of headway. Kathy's smiling again, not ready to walk out the door on me, so that makes me happy.
You don't fear for your life.
She's able to take some days off here and there, which has been a benefit.
So every day it's not done.
Right, right. I will be off on September 10th and 11th, which means I'm gonna be working very hard next week with the contractor out at the Post Data Festival for the stage to make sure it's at a completion point prior to the concert. He has a couple of material issues he's working through right now, but I have a contingency plan in place in case I'm not available to be out there. Don from Albina will come up and do the inspection to make sure they at least have a temporary to do the concert.
And is this, will this remain once the concert's done?
Yes, this is a permanent structure. They came to me with both options, a temporary versus a permanent, and cost effective for the long term. Permanent was the way to go.
I would
And
imagine.
they've met all the parameters, and they did a similar one down in Alpena. Same contractor that's building this one did the stage out at Onaway Speedway 2 years ago. And they have some future work they're gonna be doing out there as well, so.
Good,
look
okay.
forward to it. I also have the fall conference, the end of September, 21st through 25th, so I will be in Crystal Mountain for about 40-ish hours of training. Much needed credits I need for September of next year, so.
So how's it going with the,
Taco Bell, they're getting close. Like, say that probably by the end of September, they should be right there at the finish line.
No, is that gonna be a drive-through only?
No, they have a small lot.
Looks like an
Yeah.
express.
It's a small lot.
Yeah.
A lot of the newer restaurants are designing for a minimum capacity
Yeah.
lobby because of the increase in use of delivery service.
Okay.
No letters, please.
Personal chefs.
No.
what's the status of the state buildings?
The Trailhead building,
Yeah,
they should be pretty close. I should be getting a call here real soon. Well, they had they had their electrical finish up, they had their plumbing finish up, so they're just doing odds and ends and stuff. They have to have their final, their CO, and everything completed in order for the grant to come through.
Okay, good, thanks.
on that note, being reported building, not much zoning. We should know here pretty quick on the grant to update the ordinance too, so. I talked to Linda Damer a couple days ago. She said she's calling Eagle.
Yeah, that's an item that we definitely need to address.
Is the list any longer?
I've added a few more, yes. I think we're up to about 28 items to address. One of
It's
the-
gonna take a while.
One of the items is to make it user friendly. You have to kind of know what you're, you have to kind of know, you have to have a background in knowing what it says in order to understand it in some cases. So some of the areas like where setbacks are concerned and permit requirements, stuff like that. We have to change the language a little bit. So that the general population will understand it better.
Yeah.
And then when we finalize it and I publish it on the website, I'm gonna work with our webmaster to make the table of contents clickable links. So they can find what they're looking for, click on it, take it right to the section, instead of having to read
Read through the
through
whole thing.
150 pages of ordinance that
That's how our
Yeah.
township.
They
set it
kinda
up.
contradict each other. If you read one section, and you don't know what section you're reading. And then you go to the next section, it says something completely different, but that's the section you should have been reading. We've had a few issues with that lately.
Good.
Well, when we, the PC revisit, Nimcard's gonna be doing all. Work on, it, so.
Good.
Anything else?
Thank you.
All right, thank you. No, any other? Val? Darren? And then billing and zoning too. We got, I asked Jerry to find a copy of the electrical contractor's contract that's expired and actually in 2023. I can't find.
And
my-
mechanical. too.
Electrical,
Yeah, we ought to have all those contracts.
yeah, because I wanna know where we're at with this.
Good.
All right. Any correspondence on
We read that.
motion for payroll on?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call vote.
Joe Libby,
Yes.
Bob Britsky,
Yes.
Robin Hughes,
Yeah.
Clip Sweeney,
Yes.
Robert Crook.
Yes.
All right, any other business? Is there a motion to adjourn at 11 o'clock?
So moved.
Or. Support, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried, meeting's adjourned.
I gotta
You
go.
get peacock.